time for the Bear Channel 11 o'clock news and it's late Wednesday night, October 7th, 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. Late night 11 o'clock news cast. Our top story at 11 o'clock minutes late Wednesday night. There is top House Democrats accusing the chairman of the House Oversight Committee of refers to show the unedited footage from recent undercover videos targeting and Planned Parenthood. Tamil Afghanistan from the early days of his presidency last year, President Ashraf Ghani knew he faces national security threat in the northern Afghan province of Kunduz. Russia says cruise missiles launched from the Caspian Sea Wednesday were aimed at Islamic State sites, but the anti-Assad rebels said today not just jihadists are Moscow's primary target. Washington, Ben Carson struggled in an interview to explain whether he would support increasing in the limited depth of the country can occur, raising fresh questions about its understanding of the policy questions of the day. Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton announced Wednesday that she opposes an expensive 12-nation Pacific Rim free trade accord finalized by the Obama administration this week, breaking sharply with the president over the deal. San Francisco, California jury found that journalist Matthew Keys guilty on 3 criminal counts related to helping the members of the anonymous hacking collective gain access to a former employer's computers as spokesman in the U.S. All signs point to the nation nominated Donald Trump shit. His poll numbers are an old pattern and his favorably among the Republicans is slipping. A Fitchburg man says he has been given a second chance at life after a shark attacked him and revealed that he had cancer at Eugene Finney was swimming in Huntington Beach, California in July when he felt something slam into his back. Ebony Ray will be charged with sending false bomb threats to schools in Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and North Carolina today in court as the stolen man charged with threatening to bomb schools in Norwood. Russia's military moves in Syria are fundamentally changing the face of the country's civil war, President Bashar al-Assad. Balance being to make complicated, the Obama administration plans to expand its air operations against the Islamic State. Moscow, it would be hard to imagine a more perfect birthday for Vladimir V. Putin and the president of Russia, who turned 63 on Wednesday as Putin's birthday gift as NHL teammates in a victory. Manchester, England, Senator Chancellor provided a political center ground in his final term of office. Prime Minister David Cameron of Britain on Wednesday pledged to battle discrimination, fight of equality, and help support fine housing. Lifeguards from Barcelona, Spain, working as volunteers up to embarking in dinghy as refugees arriving in dinghy from the Turkish coast to the northeastern Greek island of Lesbos early Wednesday. Colombia, South Carolina, the latest in rainstorms have pounded parts of the east coast as officials in Colombia, South Carolina are looking for other options to protect the capital city's main water source out of their portion. FBI agents dug up more than $500,000 on Wednesday from the back of a 7-cal for home where an armed truck driver who admitted to stealing $1 million in one slip. Charges have been dropped against a second-grade art teacher who went on her husband with a car, while the 2 daughters were inside the car. The Donald Trump bandwagon is stalled as his poll leads in an hour in New Hampshire. As Trump, he's getting attention this week, largely about whether it is he'll stand in the race, but his poll numbers stumble. Gannett, the publishing company that owns USA Today and Media Business in 92 local markets, said late Wednesday that it agreed to buy Journal Media Group for about $280 million following funding the strategy to acquire additional local news. U.S. stock ended stronger after the volatile session on Wednesday, but it rebounded by a technology company that pushed the S&P 500 to its highest level in 3 weeks. Says the Dow up 122.10 points to close at 69.1229. S&P 500 up 15.91 points to close at 1,095.83, and Nasdaq 42.79 to close at 47.91.15. Here, Deutsche Bank AG Co-Chief Executive Officer John Cranton unveiled the firm's biggest quarterly loss in at least a decade, and he may eliminate the dividend that stood since Germany's post-war reconstruction enterprise overhauled the firm without asking. Our credit cards are now secured with career trips by the world's largest retail trade group, says consumers are no safer while businesses are being forced to spend up to $35 billion. How does DNA, the delicate blueprint map, kept from falling apart despite repeated assaults? On Wednesday, the Nobel Prize Academy went to the 3 scientists to unravel some of the secrets. Scientists have detected wave-like ripples in an accretion disk around a red dwarf star some 32 light years from Earth. Drafts have taught Generations of students how evolution works, not directly, of course, communicate but Dr. Hammond is a very classroom instruction. The state veterinarian in Portland, Maine. In Maine, is tested bed shavings and dried murder at the fair. Cite to the pinpoint that possible source of E. coli that may have fatally infected one child sicker than another. In the 3 years after they gone and that patients who have bariatric surgery to aid in weight loss are more likely to have that were before the operation attempt suicide and end up in the hospital after doing harm to themselves, new research says. Alright, let's take a look at some New England alerts here at 11:05 here. I-91 in Hatfield, Massachusetts, moving after rollover. 2 vehicles involved, 1 rollover, unextended injuries. Lynn, Massachusetts, home invasion and 7 and 89 Goodrich Street, and suspects have 2 black males with firearms. But they're in a white SUV, 1 person stabbed inside the home, EMAS requested. And in Boston, Massachusetts, in West Roxbury, a triple stabbing at Grove Street. At Washington Street, 3 persons stabbed inside grocery store. Possible botched robbery attempt, 1 self-transported BBT requesting EMS and a push for other victims here. Here, children, I'm 11:06 time for Sports Report here. The Chicago Cubs, for the first time since 2003, have won a playoff game as a blank that Pittsburgh Pirates beyond. Still pitch from Trevor area to 4-0 here. As the Cubs will square up against the St. Louis Cardinals. Okay, looking at NHL scores here. Montreal Canadiens over the Toronto Maple Leafs 3-1, while the New York Rangers edge at the Chicago Blackhawks 3-2. 3-1 period, Vancouver Canucks leading the Calgary Flames 2-0 and 11-11 in the first half. Los Angeles Kings leading the San Jose Sharks 1-0 here. That first Stanley Cup arrived so early, and then Chicago Blackhawks kept the John Tay secured that he did really aggressive, the difficult most plays trying to win in it. New York Knicks coach Derek Fisher and Grizzlies for Matt Barnes were involved in a physical occasion Saturday night at Los Angeles and party of the home of Barnes' ex-wife, social confronted ESPN. After natural disaster time and again, Los Angeles Clips are making that all-important leap from good to great. PHL News on 11:07, NFL. What up one in this late? Coming out for Trevor one in this late. What's that? Baby! Baby! And it shows 195 on the eastbound side of this, so from Route 140 in New Bedford all the way out to Ferry, even around Route 240 here. Route 4 on the southbound side, so after Route 102 in the North Kingstown here. Mass back on the eastbound side of it, so over the Natick and Mass back on the eastbound side, so from Prue Tunnel to the Logan Airport doing an accident on Mass back on the westbound side after the Prue Tunnel, and Mass back on the westbound side, so inside the Prue Tunnel, so expect some delays there. But otherwise, a smooth sailing coming on the highways, byways of New England here, and IE for the eastbound side, so from Union, Connecticut, Tall, Connecticut to Sturbridge, Mass. Okay, let's take a look at MBTA alerts here. Subway system, it's looking good here. Commuter rail looking good, and the ferries are looking good. PHL News time, a little wait, time and a half out. Weather report here. Tonight, Parkhouse got about 42 degrees, left north wind. Thursday, both sides got about 62 degrees, north wind about 5 miles coming in the morning here. Thursday, Parkhouse got about 45 degrees, left south wind. Friday, rain may after 3 p.m., high near 600 degrees, and south about 711 miles to the side, 30 miles an hour, anticipation is 8%. New Pacific amounts between less than 10 minutes possible. Friday night, rain likely before midnight, then a chance of showers rain between midnight and 2 a.m. Most skies got about 47 degrees, and southwest about 8 miles coming northwest after midnight, anticipation is 6%. And for Saturday and Sunday, a beautiful weekend in tap here. Saturday, most sunny podcast got about 58, about 37 degrees. Sundays, most skies got about 64, about 45 degrees. Columbus Day, sunny podcast got about 70, about 52 degrees. Tuesday, parts of the podcast got about 69, about 48 degrees. And for Wednesday, most of the skies got about 62 degrees here. Right now, mountain temperature 48 degrees with first got humidity 93%. And that is going to be it for the Peter channel. 11 o'clock news and it's late. What's that? October 7th, 2015. Good night. See you tomorrow morning with more important. Good night.